Rage Against the Tariffs, a proposal for a solidarity market to rebalance global trade. In light of the worsening protectionist policies of the United States, especially the so-called Trump tariffs, many exporting nations have been struggling to keep their products flowing through regular international trade channels. The response to this scenario must be strategic, cooperative, and data-driven. This document proposes a concrete alternative for collective economic resistance, a system of solidarity-based compensation among countries affected by American trade barriers. Proposal: International Trade Compensation Consortium, IMCC. We propose the creation of an independent international organization, provisionally named the International Trade Compensation Consortium, with the main goal of reorganizing trade flows among countries harmed by U.S. tariffs. The IMCC would act as a central hub for information and the intermediation of solidarity-based trade between participating nations. Thanks to today's available technology, including shared databases, cloud platforms, and artificial intelligence, setting up this system would be simple, cost-effective, and extremely fast to implement. The proposal is built on a practical and cooperative logic. Products that become unsellable due to the Trump tariffs can be redirected to other countries that have suffered similar trade losses, creating a two-way street. One country buys the surplus from another and, in return, sells its own surplus, also blocked by U.S. barriers. How would the IMCC work? Registration of surplus and demand products. Each participating country would register in the IMCC system the products and quantities that will no longer be exported to the US due to the tariffs, surplus products. Simultaneously, these countries would register the products they used to import from the US and now wish to continue sourcing from alternative partners. All registered products must share the common trait of being stranded due to the new American tariffs, making them a priority for compensatory trade. Data processing and compatibility mapping. The consortium would process this data in real time, matching supply and demand among countries. For example, if Brazil has an excess of coffee and needs fuel oils, while Mexico exports fuel oils and needs coffee, the system would automatically identify this match. In this way, countries mutually affected by the tariffs begin to consume each other's stranded goods, creating a cooperative network and alternative trade route. Reports on potential bilateral or multilateral agreements. The IMCC would generate suggestions for new trade routes and potential import-export partnerships. Countries could then negotiate directly based on transparent and mutually beneficial data. Advantages of the proposal: global trade rebalancing, minimizes economic losses caused by unilateral tariff barriers, solidarity among nations, strengthens commercial and diplomatic ties between emerging and developing countries, logistical efficiency and commercial intelligence, leverages large-scale data to optimize trade and reduce waste, reduced U.S. dependency, lessens the centrality of the U.S. in global export chains. Challenges and paths forward. Naturally, this proposal would require diplomatic negotiations, logistical adjustments, and political will. Products are not always perfectly interchangeable in terms of quality, sanitary regulation, or logistics. But with goodwill and transparent mediation, bilateral and multilateral agreements with mutual benefits can be established. Conclusion: the Trump tariffs could become an opportunity. Instead of isolation or despair, affected countries can respond with intelligence, cooperation, and innovation. This proposal does not aim to compensate for 100% of the trade losses caused by tariffs, but rather to mitigate the damage, significantly reducing the impact and preventing further economic harm. The International Trade Compensation Consortium, or whatever name is ultimately chosen, could become the core of a new multipolar trade architecture, less vulnerable to unilateral shocks and fairer in its distribution of opportunities. But the most important input for the IMCC to become a reality is neither technical nor financial. It is the political and diplomatic goodwill of countries willing to collaborate above momentary disputes or regional rivalries. With that spirit, even inevitable losses can be transformed into concrete opportunities. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. This is just the beginning. There's a lot of great content coming soon.